It was supposed to be a joyful Sunday afternoon. Children laughing, parents chatting, colorful eggs scattered across the church lawn. But in a heartbeat, that joy turned to horror. A single gunshot shattered the peace. A beloved priest fell to the ground, and an entire community was left asking, why? If you're drawn to gripping, emotional, and suspenseful true crime stories, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell for more chilling cases. Leave a comment below. What do you think truly happened that day? Let's dive into Easter tragedy, the priest, the shooter, and the secrets buried in Mississippi. April 20th, 2025, Jackson, Mississippi. St. Matthew's Community Church had hosted its annual Easter egg hunt for over 15 years. Families from every corner of the small town would gather for the celebration, and it was all led by Father Thomas Gallagher, a man known for his kindness, laughter, and unwavering devotion. That afternoon, everything seemed perfect. Children darted across the field with baskets in hand. Parents took selfies with pastel decorations. And Father Thomas, dressed in his clerical robes, handed out chocolate crosses to the kids with a grin. But by 3:47 p.m., that joy was shattered. A loud pop rang through the air. Many thought it was a balloon. But when Father Thomas clutched his chest and collapsed in the middle of the churchyard, the screaming began. Blood stained his white robe as chaos erupted. Children cried. Adults scrambled. Someone yelled, "Call 911." Within minutes, sirens pierced the air. Father Thomas was pronounced dead upon arrival at University Medical Center. Cause of death: a single gunshot wound to the chest, fired from a distance. But who would shoot a priest in broad daylight, at a children's event no less? The town was stunned. For years, Father Thomas had been a pillar of the community. He volunteered at soup kitchens, counseled troubled teens, and even opened the church doors to the homeless during winter. Sheriff Dave Hall, a veteran officer of 22 years, called it the darkest day in the town's history. Within 48 hours, the investigation began with urgency, and suspicion fell on a man many had forgotten. 34-year-old Caleb Turner had returned to Jackson just months earlier. An ex-Marine, Caleb had served 3 tours and came back with scars, some visible, some buried deep within. He lived quietly in a trailer on the outskirts of town. But people remembered his family's feud with Father Thomas. Years ago, Caleb's younger brother, Michael, had died by suicide after being publicly condemned by the church for his sexuality. Caleb never forgave Father Thomas for what he believed was a cold-hearted sermon aimed at his brother. He didn't just lose his faith, Caleb once told a friend. He lost hope because of that man. But was grief motive enough for murder? Detectives scoured nearby cameras. From a bakery across the street, grainy footage showed a figure in a black hoodie moving through the alley behind the church around the time of the shooting. Not long after, a rifle was discovered in a dumpster near Caleb's home. Ballistics matched it to the bullet pulled from Father Thomas's body. Still, Caleb denied everything. "I didn't do this," he told police. "I hated the man, but I didn't kill him." Then came the twist, a voice message. A voicemail dated 3 days before Easter, found on Father Thomas's private church line, included a chilling phrase. "You ruined one life. You won't get another chance. See you Sunday." The voice? It was unmistakably Caleb's. Caleb was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. At trial, the courtroom was packed. The prosecution painted a portrait of a tormented man who let grief evolve into vengeance. The defense argued PTSD, mental illness, and a need for psychological help, not a life sentence. But the most powerful moment came when Father Thomas's private journal was read aloud. In it, he wrote about Michael Turner. "I fear I handled that boy with less compassion than he deserved. I've prayed every night for forgiveness, for both of us." The courtroom wept. Ultimately, Caleb was found guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison, with a chance of parole in 25 years. Today, a plaque rests beneath an oak tree in the St. Matthew's yard, in memory of Father Thomas Gallagher. May his final Easter bring peace, not pain. The Easter egg hunt was never held again. But every year, on that same Sunday, the community gathers in silence. They light candles. They remember the man they lost. And they pray for the man who pulled the trigger. What do you think drove Caleb to commit such a terrible act? Was it revenge? Mental illness? Or something deeper? Leave your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more unforgettable true crime stories like this.